Why did you decide to do Lost and Found?
Look, I think every filmmaker at some point, their goal is to make a feature film. So I'd made several short films, I'd done several documentaries, made a lot of commercials, and I think the time was right for me to make a feature.
People told you that you were crazy for trying to make a film in Rockhampton, so why did you?
Because I'm crazy. Look, yeah, I got a lot of people, especially from outside of Rocky, saying, you can't do it in Rocky because you need to bring in the equipment, you need to bring in the right crew, you won't get the right cast. But we had the right gear, we had the right people, we had a great cast, and we had the right location.
Why did you choose to use local cast and crew?
Well, I wanted to use a local cast and crew because I know we've got the talent here. I've used a lot of these guys before, we've worked together before. So I knew we could do it. And it was a great chance for them to work on a film or work on something that they wouldn't get the opportunity to work on normally. We had a lot of students, a lot of young guys. Some of them are aspiring filmmakers themselves. So now that they've had the opportunity to work on a proper film set, when they go off to film school or go off to intern on the Gold Coast or Sydney or wherever they're going to go, at least they would have had that experience behind them.
Did you find any challenges filming in a regional location?
No. Look, one of the main reasons for choosing Rocky was because Rocky was one of the characters of the film. We've got some great locations around here. We've got the river, we've got the old buildings, we've got the lights in East Street. It all lights up nicely. Look, the key part of the film was finding the locations. For me, that was the biggest part. Marnie and I searched high and low. We went to several locations. We went to the Capricorn Coast, trying to find the right apartments for these guys where they lived. And I had been in one of the apartments in the Walter Reed Cultural Centre before, hadn't been into the second one. So yeah, John was great, gave us the keys, said go and have a look. We went and had a look around, and yeah, as soon as I walked in, I knew this is the spot. This is our locations. The other key location was the cafe, and Vanessa at the workshop was great. I had a meeting with her and said, look, you guys aren't open on Mondays. Can we use your cafe on a Monday to shoot? She said, yep, that's fine, no problem. However, between that meeting and the actual shooting date, they decided to open on Mondays. So I went back and saw her and said, is this going to be a problem? She said, no, we'll just close it down for the day. And we had Artisan Gluten-Free Bakery, who let us use their bakery for one scene when one of the characters goes and gets a sausage roll. CQU, who were great, said, we can use their office. Relationships Australia, use an office there. Anne-Marie at the library, she was brilliant. She actually came in 7 o'clock on a Sunday morning on a day off to let us in and let us use the library. That was great. High Street Vets, Jocelyn there was brilliant. I think they actually had an emergency on that day, so we were a bit late getting in, later than what we were planned to, but so we were happy to work around them. So it was, the places around Rocky were brilliant.
Do you have any unusual occurrences on set?
The thing that comes to mind was the pregnancy test. One of the characters wants to have a baby, so the idea was we'd have a couple of negative pregnancy tests in a bin. That actually didn't make it into the final cut, but yeah, that was quite funny. None of the girls on set wanted to pee on the sticks, so Clifton peed on one and I peed on the other one. Clifton posted a photo on Facebook holding up the pregnancy test, and his wife commented that if that's positive, you needn't bother to come home tonight. So
would you do it again?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd probably do things a little bit differently. I'd allow a bit more time. Time was an issue for us. We only had 2 weeks. If it wasn't for Clifton, we'd probably still be shooting, 7 or 8 months later, because my shot list was quite comprehensive, and he said, well, look, why don't we take out the standard wide shot, close up idea, and we just move the camera, so we've got a lot more flowing shots, and if it wasn't for him, the film wouldn't look as beautiful as what it does.
Is your wife still speaking to you?
Occasionally, yeah, occasionally. I can't thank her enough. She was amazing. She's supported me through this whole thing. And yeah, even when we're on set, she was this B-cam operator. She was props. She was my sounding board when I was about to lose my shit. So yeah, and the other person I really can't thank enough to is Clifton. If it wasn't for Clifton, we wouldn't have the film we've got now. He was the DOP, or the director of photography, on the shoot itself. He's been the editor. He's done a lot of the colour grading. He's done the majority of the colour grading. Some of the visual effects. He's been my sounding board as well, so we've worked together pretty closely on the film. So yeah, I just can't thank him enough.